Well, howdy there, Internet people. It's Belle again. So today, we're going to talk about the Trump administration's Social Security privatization backdoor plan. Trump's Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent was talking about the so-called Trump accounts, and he seemed to slip up and say what everyone kind of knew, but nobody could really prove. The accounts have a deposit made by the government in the amount of $1,000 for certain children born between 2025 through 2028. The money goes into mutual funds. Bessent said of the plan, quote, "When you do this, you make everyone a shareholder." But here's the interesting statement he made that raised eyebrows. Quote, "In a way, it is a backdoor for privatizing Social Security. Social Security is a defined benefit plan paid out. To the extent that, if all of a sudden, these accounts grow and you have in the hundreds of thousands of dollars for your retirement, then that's a game changer too." Ranking member of the House Ways and Means Committee, Representative Richard Neal of Massachusetts, said, quote, "Republicans' ultimate goal is to privatize Social Security, and there isn't a backdoor they won't try to make Wall Street's dream a reality. For everyone else, though, it's yet another warning sign that they cannot be trusted to safeguard the program millions rely on and have paid into over a lifetime of work." Privatizing Social Security is one of those Chesterton's fence moments. Sure, it's also politically divisive, and most Americans don't like the risk of losing what they've paid into their whole lives. They don't like the likelihood of the winding down of Social Security during a transition, and there's a whole lot of questions about the efficiency of Trump's model. But that's not the fence. For those who have heard me mention this concept but not explain it, Chesterton's fence is the idea that you don't take a fence down until you know why it was put up. Now, in this case, people who don't really pay attention will tell you Social Security is there so people have a retirement, and therefore this isn't taking down the fence. It's replacing the government-funded fence that the government refused to adequately maintain and improve, and replacing it with a shiny new private fence. Cool, but that's explaining what the fence does, not why it was put up in the first place. The Social Security fence was put up through the Social Security Act and was enacted August 14th, 1935. Literally midway between 1929 and 1939. The period we call the Great Depression. Social Security is part of the New Deal, a series of governmental changes that occurred because of the Great Depression. It's there to provide assistance to various groups, including retirees. Social Security is a fence put up because of the Great Depression. What sparked the Great Depression? A stock market crash. The Republican idea is to replace the fence to help people through a situation related to a stock market crash with a new fence that ties their money to the stock market. When you say it like that, it makes exactly 0 sense, right? Reminder, the Buffett indicator is over 200%. It has literally never been as high as it is right now. The market is significantly overvalued. I just don't think it's a good idea to tie people's economic future to the market while it's overvalued, while there's a lot of speculation, while you have a president that makes erratic economic moves and is toying around with tariffs. I feel like I've seen this movie before, and it ends with the fence being put up. Anyway, it's just a thought. Y'all have a good day.